Hi, my name is Karen Breslin. I'm a candidate for the U.S. Senate from the state of Colorado. I am a Democrat seeking the party's nomination and running against the incumbent Democratic Senator John Hickenlooper. Hickenlooper was on a program called Next with Kyle Clark just the other night. And in that interview, he was asked about all of the strongly worded letters that he had sent to the Trump administration to protest the things that they've been doing. And Hickenlooper said, well, I don't enjoy writing those letters, but sometimes it's all you can do. And this is where I really strongly disagree with the senator. I believe that the job of a US senator right now is to save American democracy. And as the minority party in Congress, that's not going to happen there. That's going to require creating pressure throughout American society. The authoritarian expert Tim Snyder has said that institutions don't defend themselves. And that's exactly what we're expecting to happen right now, is that somehow a Republican-controlled Congress will defend the American Constitution, the separation of powers, the checks and balances between the branches, in spite of the fact that it's Republican-controlled. Democrats have to defend that institution because Republicans will not, for a variety of reasons. And that means communicating to Coloradans and the American people more generally, but to Coloradans about the severity of the risks to our American democracy. And I would say that those risks have become fully manifest for various reasons. Number one, the widespread abuses of individual rights. When they deport people and take people off the streets without due process, that is a clear and egregious violation of the US Constitution. When they stop spending money that Congress has appropriated for certain activities, that's an egregious violation of the law and of the constitutional system of checks and balances. When they decide for themselves to stop funding programs that Congress has authorized, that's another egregious violation of the US Constitution. When they threaten the jobs and lay off federal workers without following the law and the regulations around those kinds of activities, they are ignoring the restrictions that Congress has put on the ability of the executive branch to take exactly those actions. And what that all adds up to is a desire to lodge most of the authority for government in the president and to take authority away from Congress. As a US Senator, Senator Hickenlooper should be loudly and relentlessly pointing out the dangers of that action, because it is literally the undermining of our system of government and turning us into something that our founders did not intend us to be, which is a dictatorship. And we are not at the dictatorship stage yet, but we are very, very close, particularly if Trump chooses to not acknowledge court rulings, which apparently he is not acknowledging those rulings even now. Whether he changes his tune on that remains to be seen. So for all of these reasons, I found Hickenlooper's response really disheartening, because he could be actively being heard in various media outlets in the state. He could be traveling the state, rallying people to take action, to put pressure on Republican members of Congress, as well as Democratic members who are being too supportive of Trump's regime. Now, here's the problem. Hickenlooper is one of those Democrats, and reportedly it ranks only second to Fetterman in Pennsylvania in terms of being cooperative with the Republicans. That needs to stop. This is not a moment where cooperation and conciliation will save our democracy. It's going to take a fight. It's going to take political will. It's going to take political power. Thank you for your time.